Do you expect it to happen in isolation with the small caps is what I'm getting? I know that Nvidia's done that. Some other stocks have done that themselves. But if you're talking about all of the small, the small caps as an index moving up that much, what do these other things do?
Well, I think that a 40% move in small caps doesn't mean the rest of the market goes down. I just think that's going to highlight that the market is broadening, which is something we all expect. But it's also basically doing a risk-reward analysis, which is, look, I think if you can get 18% earnings growth and pay 10 times earnings, perhaps that's a good risk-reward. And I think money that's on the sidelines or people who've been thinking bonds are going to be and cash is a place you want to stick for the next 5 years, but if the Fed starts cutting, they're going to look for places where there's good risk-reward, and I think that's small caps. Do
you need dramatic cuts for that thesis to pan out, or are there other potholes in the road that you see that threaten your thesis?
Well, a recession would be negative. I don't think the Fed has to make major cuts. It actually just has to. I think the market narrative that would be the best for small caps is the belief that real interest rates are too tight now, 5.5% versus inflation trending towards 2%, and getting rates back down to a neutral rate of 3%. If the market believes that, they don't need the cuts to be front-end loaded, but they have to believe we're going back towards neutral. I think that'd be a huge catalyst for small caps.
In an era dominated by technological leaps, Nvidia Corporation has once again electrified the stock market with its latest jaw-dropping news. As the titan of the AI industry, Nvidia has revealed its staggering third-quarter results, surpassing even the most optimistic forecasts and setting the stage for future growth powered by its groundbreaking next-generation AI chip, Blackwell. With tech giants like Microsoft, OpenAI, and Oracle already clamoring for these revolutionary chips, Nvidia continues to secure its position at the forefront of AI innovation. Yet, the full story behind Nvidia's soaring success and its implications for both investors and the broader AI landscape remains largely under wraps. Buckle in as we dissect Nvidia's latest triumphs and explore what makes this stock a compelling piece of the investment puzzle. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
Okay, now let me ask you about more about mega caps and about the consumer. How important, not necessarily just to small caps, but to the whole market narrative, will Nvidia earnings next week be?
Well, Nvidia is really important because it's underpinning really what is driving the U.S. economy, which is a real push towards productivity, using basically digital tools and automation. That's a very important disinflationary trend. And of course, the U.S. companies, all of the big ones are all the U.S. I mean, it's a global phenomenon that benefits U.S. companies. So I think it's incredibly important. But Nvidia, trading at 26 times forward earnings isn't that demanding a stock either. So it's not like I would say sell Nvidia to buy small caps. I think Nvidia is still a long-term buy.
Nvidia Corporation has once more set the financial world abuzz, publishing its third-quarter outcomes that not only exceeded Wall Street expectations, but solidified its dominance in the AI sector. Revenues skyrocketed by 94% year-over-year to an impressive $35.08 billion, far exceeding LSEG's estimates of $33.16 billion. It's not all chips and robots, though, as $3.1 billion of this miracle in numbers stemmed from networking components within its formidable data center business. This is a segment that plays the role of a voracious black hole, consuming AI demand and translating it into a delightful $30.8 billion payout, a growth of 112% compared to last year. Yet, this achievement isn't merely about numbers. As stock enthusiasts might jest, investing in Nvidia is like finding yourself in an AI gold rush, but with Nvidia's chips acting as the pickaxes. Notably, Nvidia's collaboration with significant players such as SoftBank to establish Japan's largest AI factory speaks volumes about the company's blueprint for future tech landscapes. CEO Jensen Huang, known for his visionary prowess, described their latest partnership with SoftBank as completely revolutionary, foretelling a future where Nvidia's AI platforms could transform even the mundane telecommunication networks into sophisticated AI grids. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
What's your reaction to how the market is processed Nvidia's numbers? It, of course, fell initially in the pre-market. Yesterday morning, it was doing all right, and then it did close more meaningfully down by the end of the session yesterday.
Well, I think Nvidia is one of these stocks that has become part of like a stock market lore. Almost everyone has a position, and I don't think the results and the earnings changed anyone's minds about AI and the central role it's playing in both global productivity, but also NVIDIA's role. But I think the sell-off tells you that a lot of good news was priced in. I think that's why the stock fell. It didn't take the broader market down. I think that was kind of a positive outcome, and I think it just shows you that there's room for a lot of rotation, and I think that it's revealing that small caps is one of the groups benefiting from that rotation.
Financial experts often grapple with the challenge of distinguishing fleeting trends from enduring value, and Nvidia seems to have painted a clear picture favoring the latter. Prominent investment analysts have echoed these optimism-filled insights. Gary Black of the Future Fund LLC notably differentiated Nvidia's stable earnings growth trajectory, reflected in a 1.6x PEG ratio, from Tesla's more volatile forecast. Even amidst the noise of pessimistic earnings adjustments elsewhere, Nvidia's relentless focus on innovation and market penetration reassures stakeholders. Its enterprise AI solutions, exemplified by projects with companies like OpenAI, highlight Nvidia's forward-thinking approach, setting the stage for what promises to be an era where AI becomes as ubiquitous as the internet itself. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Let's talk about that rotation, Tom, and the extent to which there's still a long way to go if you're looking at the valuations of some of those sectors that haven't done so well in recent months and years, or whether things have bounced enough across the board that you start to get a little bit concerned about valuations for the entire market, not just the Nvidias of this world.
Yeah, valuations are definitely something our clients are asking us about because, the equity markets have been rising for several years. But the idea of a rotation, I think, is grounded on a couple of things. One is that the Fed's rate path is lower, and that benefits cyclical stocks and small caps. And we know there's also a lot of cash on the sidelines, and investors de-risked because of the yen crisis and just general concerns about the summer. And so I think the Nvidia results plus the Fed in September is really the catalyst that is going to get some investors to actually follow through with the rotation. So I think we're early because, for instance, small caps, I know people think they're expensive, but the median PE of a Russell 2000 stock is still 10.7 times forward earnings. That's compared to almost 17 times for the S&P. So the small caps have a lot of room for multiple expansion.
As the curtain draws on Nvidia's third quarter revelations, it's abundantly clear that Nvidia isn't just riding the AI wave, it's crafting it. Investors might be pondering if the recent stock price dip post-earnings report is an opportunity or a cautionary signal. However, with the company's guidance pointing towards continued year-over-year growth, now stands as an intriguing time to consider Nvidia as a pivotal component in diversified growth portfolios. Nvidia's stock, with its ambitious fourth-quarter sales forecast of around $37.5 billion, continually affirms its readiness to tackle future challenges and opportunities. Predictions of continued high demand for Blackwell chips only bolster the case for Nvidia's sustained resilience and growth. In this exhilarating expedition through Nvidia's latest market achievements, the invitation is yours. How do you perceive Nvidia's role in shaping the AI future and your investment strategies? Share your thoughts, and let's delve into a dialogue on the unfolding tapestry of AI and innovation. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.